today. From U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Buffalo Bills and the Minnesota Vikings. Taken in the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Singletary with his first carry of the game. He's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
He was tackled at the 20.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. So excellent starting position here for the Vikings. They'll be led out by a man who was undrafted out of Buffalo, standing at 6'7". It's Tyree Jackson.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you got to give him another chance.
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
10 at the 24-yard line.
The first carry down for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
It's so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 19 carries, 109 yards, and a touchdown.
And they've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list. Normally, being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back, unsuccessfully.
Kick is good. That's the score. Vikings 3.
So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
This one fielded at the 5. And these guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. backfield. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Devin Singletary.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Taken down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
To number 14.
Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will make it into the end zone.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
A carry here for the big tight end. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On 2nd and a yard. Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this 2nd go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
That's out to the left and complete. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Jackson from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Now it's Jackson. That's caught at the 3. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal. That's the end of the first.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They take it right at the 35. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 40.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, he's going to go for it all. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Harris Campbell, his 3rd touchdown now on. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as they're driving. Football back here. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
The tackle made at the 47.
After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, he got great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
48-yard line.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Allen's throw is complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Singletary here running out of the gun. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Kiki QT, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills draw a bit closer. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
So here are the Vikings to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He's taken.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Cook.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. And this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Kamara now to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 20.
Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now this window is running back out of the backfield. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
A gain of 11 makes it 3rd and 1.
Play action. Now Jackson. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had it.
4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gambler pays off. They get the first. So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job.
40-yard line.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now Jackson to throw on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you're talking about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the 2nd quarter. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached half. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Vikings 17.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway? Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll check on his status when we get back. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. They're going for Jefferson downfield. Almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
For Justin Jefferson.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a run with Cook. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. The Bears are going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
The Bills take over 1st and 10. At their own 20-yard.
So here are the Bills to take over. They're on top here as they've got the football 1st and 10, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Tackled back at the 33-yard line.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Bills ball carrier.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8. At the 40.
From the gun, Allen. Left side caught by Diggs. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43.
13 yards.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run here with Singletary. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up.
They go right back to Singletary. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Allen. And that will be incomplete. And the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The score.
Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
It's a pickup.
6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
At the Bills' 38-yard line.
On second down, it's Cook. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They run again on first down, Cook. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Here's Jackson on 3rd down. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there. But the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're dripped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Singletary again, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Shaquille Griffin on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
And here's Allen to throw on 3rd down. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
A gain of 30.
That's a real nice job right there. Working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, If you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
Well, that was point-counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Here's Singletary, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
For the lead, here's third and goal. They'll try and run. Here's Singletary. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to fourth and goal. Let's think about this stage of the second half. You're taking the chip shot field goal, right?
Well, I'd love to be on the headset right now between head coach and play caller, because you know it's a heavy conversation right here. Because I'm guaranteed the play caller is like, Coach, I've got this. I've got to play for this one. But the smart play, kick the field goal, take the chip shot, 3 points.
Yeah, tie the game. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses them about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
And Oliver.
Hey, we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. The Vikings on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Gain on the play.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Allen. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Back at the 25-yard line.
2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Allen finding Knox there, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with it. And
oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the
After reviewing the play, the running on the field is reversed.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll keep it on the ground. Singletary. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Now Jackson on first down to Jefferson on the slant. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. That's complete to his running back, Kamara.
Well, certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 7 yards to pick up there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Flushed out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Jackson will throw again. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Cook getting the call there on first down as he works his way forward for a nice gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5.
Here's Jackson. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Jackson. And Cook has it left side. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Madden hits him in stride. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
3-yard line.
Wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fielded in the end zone. And with time of factor, take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Allen. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw is Allen. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it?
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
The throw over the middle taken in. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
A gain of 10 yards.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's able to find Diggs. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
In overtime, today's
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Buffalo, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year, and they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
Kick it and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, go. Sideline, a touchdown,